Hello there, Sagittarius. This is going to be your June 2015 forecast for the month. And I've actually also lit some incense here, so if you guys see some smoke kind of billowing up, no worries. It's just to kind of get the energy flowing and the energy going in such a wonderful way for this reading for you this month. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a 4-quarter reading. So it's going to be 2 cards here, 2 cards here, 2 cards here, and 2 cards here. I'm very, very, very excited to see just what comes out through the reading for you this month, because there's been so much wonderful feelings and so much wonderful things to be said for these other readings that I've been doing. So let's see here. What I'm going to go ahead and do here now is I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck over and over and over again here, and we're going to see if there's any cards that kind of want to come out. There's already kind of these 2 cards here, so we're going to have kind of a big start for you, and it kind of feels like even this card wants to come out. It kind of feels like that there's been some powerful starts coming for the other signs, and it's a really, really big deal. It seems like June is going to really kind of be a pretty powerful month for a lot of these signs. I'm getting this card as well. Yes, all right. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take it just right off the top of the deck here. Just like that. And we're going to see what comes through the readings for you this month. The first card is the Queen of Wands. Okay, girlfriend, if you are a female, this is going to be the month for you. If you're a male, though, don't worry so much about the fact I just said that, because there's going to be something to do with that special someone in your life that's going to be female. And you may want to pay attention to people who are actually females this month, because it's super duper 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 important to understand that this is kind of the Sagittarius female powerhouse month. Lots of things going in that direction in terms of females. And it's also kind of saying that at the start of the month, there's going to be a lot of feelings of wanting to go forward and kind of being able to get things done kind of in a way that it's a bit more fast-paced than you're used to. So whenever you see this girl right here, she's got some braids going, and the way I'm really seeing that is you're going to want to tie the knot, some of you. I'm really seeing that in terms of a marriage. You may actually want to see about, if you've been thinking about it, Sagittarius, tying the knots. Another thing is also, if you're thinking about something to do with kind of like businessy kind of plans kind of going forward, I'm really seeing a lot going your way in terms of that really strongly. And what is here? Yes, think about it. Think about that certain someone in your life, if you are a Sagittarius, because that certain someone's been thinking a whole lot about you, especially if you are a girl. And it's really funny to say that, because this is such a strong month in terms of thinkers, heavy thinkers. Are you a heavy thinker? This month is going to go very strongly for you if that is so. It's a very important message kind of coming through the cards here, kind of talking about in the first quarter of the month, think a little bit. And if you're a girl, think a lot harder, because this month is going to be quite a lot for you, is what I'm really getting. But for the males too, here you are right here, and you're right there in the first quarter of the month too. But it's really saying, males, think about relationships this month. Kind of put your focus on relationships. And if you're already in a relationship, hey, put your focus on having a little bit of fun. Okay? The next quarter of the month coming through in here is the King of Cups, and it's really talking about the fact that whenever you start paying attention to your relationships, and whenever you start paying attention to just feeling a little bit better about everything that's kind of going on in your life, in terms of being in a relationship, in terms of the way you're feeling, and in terms of just overall your mood and the stability of things, the idea that things can grow from nothing. And also, whenever you've got the red and the green here, that's kind of a lot of elements kind of clashing. So you've got maybe a little bit of if you're in a relationship, there might be a little bit more energy around that kind of wants you to kind of nicker and fight and kind of get into little scraffles. But honest to goodness, you need to just stay away from that. You know, that's the biggest thing in terms of relationships, is stay away from any type of fighting, arguing, or anything like that, because this is a powerful month for you, Sagittarius, and things could go really far in terms of your emotions in the second quarter if you just don't let these things affect you, and you just kind of move on from them and kind of just keep going and keep going and keep going, and just don't let anything stand in your way, okay? This next card coming up here is the Queen of Swords. Now, this is a big deal too, because whenever we just talked about the relationships at the first quarter of the month, Well, now there's some relationships going into the second quarter of the month. The King of Cups is talking about that, you're going to want to be thinking, if you're male, think more about your emotions. And if you're female, think more about getting that stuff that you want done. If you've been wanting a dress, honey, you need to go over there and get it. And you need to make sure he's okay with that, because honest to goodness, you deserve it. And really, really, whenever it comes to the Queen of Swords, you need to be tactful this month, Sagittarius. You need to be very, very tactful. Because whenever it comes to these two cards, it's really talking about you're going to have a chance to feel really, really good about your emotions, feel kind of in control, feel kind of like things are just moving on in terms of a direction that you would really like it. But at the same time, with the Queen of Swords coming out here, it's talking about that you're going to be able to kind of pinpoint exactly where you want to be in the second quarter and get it and go there and be able to be that person that you want to be that gets the things that you want to get. But you've got to embody that, girl. You have got to just equip that fan of yours, kind of hide underneath it if you need to in any kind of stressful times, and go for the gold. Okay, that is what I'm really getting, especially with all this gold right next to the King of Cups. Going for the gold, honey, this month in the terms of the second quarter is really going to help your emotions and is really going to help you feel a little bit more level and a little bit feeling like you're kind of steady on your ground. And it's very, very important that that happens, okay? The next quarter, though, there's going to be some fighting. There's going to be some inner turmoil, and it's going to be all about kind of things that you really want to go your way, and they're kind of stagnating is what I'm getting. Third quarter stagnation. And whenever it comes to stagnation, understand the way to overpower that is just to kind of let it come, realize that it's there, but don't let it affect you. Okay, do not let the fact that things are kind of moving a little bit slower and kind of getting in the way of things that you really want to get to. In terms of the third quarter, don't let it affect you, because if you let it affect you, now you're starting to fight with yourself. And whenever you start fighting with your own self because you're just stagnating and you're like, what's going on? I really, really want to go faster. You're just causing that stagnation to go even further, because you're actually embracing it more than just letting it pass, because you're sitting there, kind of fooling around with it and kind of keeping it going on longer than it should. So avoid any type of inner turmoil or any type of fighting amongst yourself in terms of the third quarter about stagnation. Things are going to go a bit slower, okay? It can't always go super duper fast. And I know in terms of the Queen of Wands wanting to govern the entire month, it's talking about you really want to go pretty fast. So, just kind of take a little breather, kind of think about it like you did in the first quarter, and kind of just relax and don't let it affect you. There's a lot of stuff kind of going in terms of you and in terms of your emotions and in terms of your relationships and the way that you get along with others this month. So in terms of the Five of Wands here, it's just talking about, don't let it get to you. Yeah, exactly. With the Eight of Swords coming out, it's really talking about do not let it get you. Don't what did I just say? Stagnation? Do not allow the stagnation, the fact that it's going to feel a little bit slow or the fact you're going to feel a little bit stuck, understand it's only in your mind. And in terms of stagnation, just let it come, let it go, let it be, and let it flow, okay? It's very, 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 very important to do that, because the Eight of Swords is talking a huge amount about, you're feeling a little bit like you're stuck, and it's all in your head, girl, and do not want to fight yourself. Do not let it, because this quarter means a lot for you. And even though these cards aren't saying very much in terms of moving forward, they mean a whole lot of just don't allow yourself to go backwards in the third quarter of the month. Do not let it happen. Keep going forward, keep embracing your inner divinity, keep embracing yourself, and keep feeling like you should, okay? Very, very, very important message to come out. And the next card is the Devil. Ooh, Sagittarius. This is a very, very, very important card, because it means that you could potentially be going out of the month very, very powerfully. You could have a lot of power in your hands. But at the same time, some of you guys are getting tempted by the stagnation, and you guys are going a little bit too far with things and kind of saying, okay, if this is stagnating and if I'm not doing very much, I'm gonna make it happen and I'm gonna go really, really far, and I don't care what I have to do, I'm going for it. And I'm honestly not thinking that's a very good idea. Like I said, embrace it, okay? This is a kind of a cool down, relaxing period for you. In terms of this Devil card, though, it's talking about that you may want to actually be going a little bit. You kind of want to, let's say you got a path, and it's really pretty and it's really nice. But this path kind of has this little waiting area. And you being the Queen of Wands at the start of the month, going into the Queen of Swords in the second quarter of the month, kind of want to not just sit around and wait and kind of enjoy the flowers. So it's kind of like some of you Sagittarius are going to be tempted tempted to go off the beaten path and kind of like walk through the forest trying to find a way to get to where you're going quicker. Even though that's not a very good idea, because that little waiting bench there that you'll be waiting on is actually so that something can come and pick you up, like a carriage, and take you to where you want to be that's very safe. Comparatively to just walking through the forest and trying to find it yourself and being underneath all that danger and all that fear and all that chances of things going wrong for you, all you'd have to have done is just sit, enjoy the flowers, enjoy the sunshine, and wait for it to come to you. Okay? Very, very important message. Now, the other card here is talking about, yes, the Knight of Wands. Now, what did I say in terms of the second quarter? I said you're going to have a chance to end it very strongly, very boomingly. That's going to kind of catapult you into the next month. And that's very, very important. Do not be tempted by going off into that forest. That's unsafe and you don't know where it's going, because where you're going right now, even though you're kind of taking a little bit of a break here in the third quarter, it's big. And you might need that break. And you might need that little bit of rest and a little bit of relaxation. So do not feel like things are going bad, wrong, or horrible in terms of whenever you're not going as fast or you're noticing things aren't really doing as much as they should be, okay? Very, 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 very important message for you, okay? The Devil and the Knight of Wands here is really talking about fire underneath your feet going into the next month, coming from the King of Cups, which is literally, the King of Cups is talking about being able to feel so much better about your emotions and being able to get in a place that gets you to exactly where you want to be. And in terms of this Queen of Swords here, understand that it's talking about opportunity. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity is what I'm getting. Opportunity in terms of the second quarter, going into stagnation, but then resuming as long as you don't go too far and trying to like find it, you're going to be resuming exactly what you've got here in the fourth quarter, and it's going to kind of get you into that next month beautifully, okay? Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and take an oracle card from here, and we're going to see what this oracle card kind of comes out as, and it's kind of a little bit of guidance for you. Oh, there it is. Fresh air. Now, what did I just talk about in terms of that little forest thing? Fresh air, you know, sit around and kind of enjoy what's going on for you. If that means kind of walking out in the forest yourself, actually the real forest out there, walking into like the park and kind of sitting around in a real bench, kind of feeling like things are going in the way that you are wanting them to go. And just kind of take a breather, you know, take a little breather and don't feel like everything has to go your way all the time, because fresh air is really saying go outside, relax, and let this take you exactly where you want to go. You're already on the path, Sagittarius, for most of you, and the only thing you want to do is make sure that things don't happen to where you're trying to go so fast with it that you actually walk into a more dangerous situation than you had if you just sort of kind of relaxed, walked around, and took things, you know, just a day by day, you know, minute by minute, hour by hour, and just have fun. And just do it things that are kind of relaxing and calming to you, okay? This next card here is actually kind of a spiritually based thing, and we're going to see what comes out here for you right here. We've got here the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra speaks about speaking your truth, speaking your inner truth, and being your own self, and making sure you project that out into the world. What does that mean? These situations may put into question what your true inner self is and what your true inner truth is. And you're going to want to make sure that you speak it this month. Speak your truth. In a relationship, speak your truth. In a job situation, speak your truth. Okay, make sure that you are being truthful, honest, and that's going to get you where you want to go. Don't be underhanded and do not be sly, especially in the fourth quarter of the month. If you're realizing things are kind of going a little bit like you're being a little bit sly or underhanded and you're like, is this going to work out for me? Is this going to work out for me? I'm really getting, hey, stop being sly and underhanded, go out there and tell them the truth, and then you'll see just exactly what will come from it. A lot of good things, okay? That is, I think, pretty much it. I'm feeling the need to actually take out one extra card here for you in terms of, wow, and I actually just, whew, okay, All right, I got a whole bunch of cards actually coming out for you this month. We have got the Empress, the Star, the Six of Coins, the Magician, and the Queen of Coins. What does this talk about? This talks about in terms of your entire month. Now this is actually being kind of an overall thing. I can't believe that 5 came out like this. This means not only in terms of 5 being May, this has been, you know, this has been a long time coming, Sagittarius, and for some of you, this is a message for you. These little things right here are not just small things. These little situations that are come up are not small things for you. Why? They are all about what you have done in May. So think about what happened in May, Sagittarius. Did things go well for you? Did you work really hard? And did you attempt to put the effort towards things that are going to get you the good things in return? Because if you did, hey, there is a lot coming your way. Okay, in terms of the Empress and the Star, it's really talking about that things are going to kind of explode now, but explode in a good way for you. And it's all about what you did last month, especially with these 5 cards coming out. It's all about what you did last month, coming into fruition this month just a little bit more. That's why you need to take some fresh air, because you put in the work. The Magician is really talking about the fact that, you know, you are the one that's in control of all of this, and you are the one that's in control of these opportunities coming to you, and you're the one that's actually able to kind of relax, slide into it, and get how you want. And what does this mean? The Queen of Coins, there is 3 queens coming out in this reading. The Queen of Coins is really talking about the fact that at the end of this month, okay, you're starting out in a brand new way. You went from Queen of the Wands, then you go to the Queen of the Swords. You're kind of stagnating here, then you're kind of going into this new thing. And what are you going into? You're going into a new way of thinking in the next month. And the next month is going to be a very, listen to me, very important month for you, Sagittarius. Super duper important. And in terms of all of you males out there, understand you are the Magician, okay? The females here are kind of the Empress, moving into the Star, moving into what they did. But then at the same time, males, you are the Magician here in this card deck, and you are the one that's kind of in control of everything. Same thing with you females, but I'm really getting a lot of you males out there. You have done really well. I mean, this is wonderful. Just don't, please try to stay out of this rut going over here. Think about things before you do them this month. Speak your truth and enjoy all the blessings that are coming to you, okay? Enjoy them. Do not just let them slip by, because honest to goodness, whenever joy and whenever happiness enters your life, you're going to realize just how fast things go the way that you want them to, okay? This has been an absolutely wonderful reading to do for you this month, and I really hope that some insight and some things have been shared and gained this month. What I've actually done is, I also do private readings, and that is, there is 30-minute Skype session readings, and that is $50. I also do 60-minute Skype session readings, and that is $75. I also do the private YouTube readings, where I kind of do this exact same thing, but for your specific situation, and that is only $35. What you can do is let me know in the comment sections below how I did and what things want to kind of come out. And at the same time, you know, get in touch with me. My Yahoo is chrisandvatic@yahoo.com, and my website is also chrisandvatic.com.